everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. We're in a very special place, introduced in the last episode, and this is the museum dedicated to Raymond Kolbe. Raymond Kolbe became Saint Maximilian when he gave his life in the Second World War to replace someone sent or sentenced to Auschwitz. He replaced them and went in their stead. He was, as I understand, a Franciscan monk. And, well, it's interesting that he was Franciscan. It's very keeping with the sort of Franciscan idea, isn't it? Of self-sacrifice and no earthly possessions and this kind of thing. We see here the representative Arbach, Max Frey, and different people doing work are shown in different working positions under immense strain and captivity of the worst kind. We see a uniform shirt here with a number on it. This is the sort of stuff he would have been wearing along with the wooden shoes. There's a wooden figure of him here. Of course, the Virgin Mary statue here. And here's somebody's rendition of him in the a sort of spiritual rendition of him in the camp. I suppose representing his well, effective, can we say, martyrdom, I suppose you would have to say. It's a pretty serious. I can't think of a more serious thing than giving your life for someone else. I think it's about the most serious thing. If life is the greatest gift, then certainly giving your life for someone else must be the most important thing you can do. Anyway, I'll let you figure that one out for yourselves. Anyway, this is a mosaic again of him. Here we have a picture of him. Święty Maximiliana Maria Kolbe. Okay, that's his name as a saint. Other pictures of him growing up here in Zduna, Zduna Wolna, which is on the road as you go west to Wrocław and straight to the German border, to Zielona Góra, famous wine producing area. It's a lovely part of the world. Gosh, it's hard to put yourself back into those times, isn't it? I find it very difficult to imagine the sheer stress and strain on the ordinary person at those times. We have our own stresses and strains today, but these are matters, acute matters of life and death under the occupation of the Nazis. And then the moral choices that one has to make are certainly of the highest order. I'm so glad that we stopped here, that we found it, Vova and I, and we were able to stop here and pay a small tribute to a very, very great man. Okay, watch the trailer, and we'll be right back, show you some more stuff. This is the house that Saint Maximilian grew up in when his name was merely Raymond Kolbe. And that's not his typewriter, but it's the sort of one he would have used for writing. In 1982, Pope John Paul II canonized him, Maximilian, and declared him a martyr of charity. Catholic Church venerates him as the patron saint of amateur radio operators because he loved radio and started his own radio station. The patron saint of drug addicts, political prisoners, families, journalists, thank you very much. I knew we were drawn here for a reason, and prisoners of all kinds. And John Paul II declared him the single patron from John Paul II of our difficult century. So what else can you say about that? His life symbolizes the pain of the 20th century. It's the 14th of August was the day he died, and that's his feast day. That's the 14th of August is the day to think about him. And if you go to church, if you do that sort of thing, light a candle, and why not? Or say a prayer for him on that day, because this is truly a great, great man, Saint Maximilian. So he grew up in this house, and then he moved to Łódź. Eventually, he went to the Franciscans in Lvov, or Lviv as we know it today, which is obviously in Ukraine. And we see over here on the wall, I guess we'll leave with this. I'm not going to translate all of these for you, but I'll translate the first of his rules for his life. You see, he carefully wrote out the rules for daily living. And the first one is, you must be as holy as the holiest. Well, that is quite, speaks for itself. And there was one more I wanted to, always spokojnie, calm, yeah? And addressing the world and those around you with love. Okay? So, lots of love to you. Thanks for watching this program from the home of Saint Maximilian, whom John Paul II called a patron of the 20th century. Okay, we got a lot to think about now as we hit the road. Thanks for watching. I'm Will Richardson at the home of Saint Maximilian Kolbe.